Let's continue here tonight. Disgruntled truck drivers are poised to meet an Inter-Ministerial Committee tomorrow to discuss their concerns. It comes after some blocked the N3 highway on Thursday over the employment of foreign nationals in the sector, leading to numerous arrests. The Ministers of Labour, Transport and Home Affairs are also expected to be part of that meeting. We're joined now by the South African Black Bulk Transporters Association President, Charles Mhlongo. Charles, good evening to you. Thanks for your time. Of course, the difficulty with the protests that we're seeing, especially in the trucking industry, is that they have a significant impact on the economy. So every time we have a main arterial road like the N3 blocked, it has economic consequences for how business affairs in the rest of the country and perhaps even to some other parts of the continent.
Good evening, Katie. Good evening, the viewers at home. Katie, we would like to support the conscious revolutionary act that has been taken by the All Drivers Forum in terms of raising their disputes and concern regarding employment of foreign truck drivers in the country. However, our view is the country must be able to regulate the sector in a sense that those that are undocumented, they should not be allowed, obviously, to participate in driving the trucks because of the challenges, the phenomena. It creates an outflow of capital out of the country because of they are not able to pay tax because they are not recorded on textbooks in the country. We also want to appreciate and acknowledge the steps that have been taken by our government in terms of intervening on this issue. We welcome the Inter-Ministerial Committee that is sitting tomorrow and try to deal and resolve this issue. What is critical and most important, Katie, it's our call as SAPTA that we obviously seeing a trend whereby a number of trucks that obviously are not complying with employment laws, they are not getting penalized for what they are doing. And we will like to submit to our government that truck driving should no longer classified as a scarce skill because we are sitting with number of qualified truck drivers who are South Africans that have been excluded in the employment opportunities in the sector. We also want to emphasize to Minister Fikile Mbalula, the Minister of Transport, that the Transport Charter Council that was initiated by the department should be reviewed and should be reconvened on the basis that the truck ownership in the country is still sitting in the hands of the minority, which obviously we think that when you look at the statistics, almost 99% of the truck drivers are our fellow black brothers, while the ownership in the sector is sitting at less than 2%. So we will also want to encourage our government to initiate issues such as your truck owner driver scheme that are going to be able to assist and elevate and transform the sector.
Of course, so that, one of the difficulties that U.S. truck drivers are facing is that it won't be the first time that you are able to convene a gathering that includes ministers where the issues, as you've highlighted, will be on the table. The unfortunate thing is that there hasn't been any clear progress in terms of how government is planning on tackling some of the issues that have been previously highlighted, including, those companies that are not doing things by the book.
Thank you very much, Katie. I think the visibility and the presence of the labor inspectors, it's minimal on obviously truck depots that obviously are employing most of these undocumented foreign truck drivers. I mean, now recently we have seen in other parts of SADC, in Zambia, Zimbabwe, I think also Mozambique, the truck driving was classified only for the local nationals. But however, Kathy, in terms of dealing with this challenge of cross-border transporters, I think the South African government must come with a mechanism whereby South African truck drivers are going to be inducted or are going to be encouraged, obviously, to be able to drive outside the borders of South Africa on South African cargoes, because of when we are engaging most of these export truck companies, they were raising issues that it is difficult for them to employ South African truck drivers because of once a South African truck driver has been tasked with moving the load outside the borders of South Africa, when he comes back, they are sitting with a challenge that he put on the resignation. However, we have not verified the truth of that information. So we would like, obviously, to encourage our government to classify truck driving as not a scarce skill, and it must classify it for South Africans that are qualifying to drive. But enforcement in terms of regulation, I think it's very critical for labor inspectors now to start to check those transport companies to verify their books if ever they are employing undocumented foreign drivers.
Charles Mhlongo, let's leave it there for tonight, President of the South African Black Bulk Transporters Association.